That's a mood. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Rachel, and today we are doing another MOLDAVITE energy experiments video. I am obsessed with MOLDAVITE. It's my favorite crystal and I love the energy of it. And in these videos, I take a piece of MOLDAVITE and then I pick up another crystal and see how the energy shifts and moves and changes. And additionally, what MOLDAVITE energy feels like with these other stones. So I have done a number of these. I have them in a playlist. I will link it for you down below. But this is I think this is the 6th one that we have done, and we have lots of exciting crystals to do today. This is the piece of MOLDAVITE I'm going to be using. It is a fairly new piece, but I have shown him to you a few times before. And let's just get right into it. So the first crystal that we are going to pair with MOLDAVITE today is Lapis. And I kind of can't believe I haven't done this before, because Lapis is the first crystal that changed my life. And then MOLDAVITE came along and changed my whole being. So I think it will be really cool to put these together and see what happens. Lapis and MOLDAVITE. I immediately feel like I just shot straight up into the sky. Like the energy of this is so, it's like uplifting and fast and happy. I want to be talking very fast right now. I'm slowing myself down so I don't sound absolutely insane. It's very happy. I feel like it's a very good combination for like creativity is popping to mind. I think it's great for creativity. I feel like the hemispheres of my brain's working. This is always so hard to do at first. Like in the beginning of these videos, it is so hard to talk to you in crazy talk, but I'll get used to it. It's definitely an accelerated pairing. Like some crystals, when you put them with MOLDAVITE, it seems to like cool down the energies a little bit. This one is definitely accelerating the energy. It's making it more. It's very like fast, it's accelerating my heart rate, but I also feel like laser focused. So I feel like this is a really good combination. However, as happy and creative as everything as I do feel like it's difficult to then take that and apply it to something physical I want to do. Like, yeah, I have all these great creative ideas, but can I actually do them? So as much as I like this combination, if I wanted to actually get things done with it and use the focus and the brain power that I'm feeling with this combination, I would pair it with like a smoky quartz to ground out the energy a little bit. But yeah, it's a very happy, very, very stimulating combination. I enjoy it a lot. So that was Lapis and MOLDAVITE. Well, keeping in the blue theme, we're going to try this with some K2. K2 is a crystal that is made up of granite and azurite. That is what those blue spots are. And it is from the K2 mountain. K2 in itself has a really nice, beautiful energy, and it is a little bit like different. So I'm very excited to see what happens with the MOLDAVITE. So K2 and MOLDAVITE. So the first one with the Lapis, it made me feel like I was shooting straight up into the air. This one made me feel like I was sinking back into a couch. I almost feel like they're doing a slow dance together. Like it's harmonious. I feel like they like each other, but they're more interested in each other than they are in doing something to me. But it's like they're letting me be here and they're letting me enjoy this vibe. And it is a very nice, just like gentle, comfortable. It's very loving though too, a very loving energy. I just got so cold, like so cold. I don't feel like this is taking me anywhere else, so we're gonna move on. I thought it would be fun to try this with Rutilated Quartz, and this is another one that I kind of can't believe I haven't tried before. Rutilated Quartz, I feel like has such a magical energy in itself that I think that this pairing is going to be super interesting. So I'm going to take this Rutilated Quartz and pair it with the Moldavite. I feel like I hear angels singing, and I feel like it came out of my heart chakra. Like the Hallelujah chorus, but not that. Like just a chorus of angels singing. I will be shocked if I don't edit that out. Have you ever picked up a crystal and just started singing before? Because I just did, but it was so weird. I can't be that vulnerable. I kind of feel like crying right now, but not because I'm sad or grieving or anything. It almost feels like it would be like an emotional release type of crying. Like every once in a while, it just feels great to have a good cry, you know? And I feel like it's almost encouraging me to do that. I don't know if it would do that all the time, or if it's just that that's what it feels I need right now, if that makes sense. It's involuntary. I just shut my eyes and started humming. Words, we need words. I'm getting a lot of like visual, like shapes moving around when I close my eyes. Not exactly geometry, but more of like vortex patterns, like that thing I have up there. I'll put a picture of it right here. It's exactly like that. But as much as it did give me that little like feeling of wanting to cry, at the same time I feel very content and just like happy. Like I could just sit here forever with these stones in my hand and watch the whole world pass me by, and I wouldn't be sad about missing any of it. That's a mood. Yeah, but still, I'm feeling this right in my heart chakra. Whereas the lapis, I totally felt in the head right away. This, I'm feeling just heart chakra. And what I'm feeling is just like an awareness of this space. It's not, my heart isn't pounding. I wasn't, it doesn't feel restricted or tight or anything. It's just more of like an awareness of the space. And I feel like my heart chakra is opened. If you've ever had that feeling, it's just very, I don't know how to explain it other than that. Sometimes the words just don't work. It's a really nice pairing though. I really enjoy it. I feel like it's more of a personal sitting around combination that I would use rather than wearing this around in public. But maybe after I sat with it for a while privately and worked through a few things with it, then the energy and what it did to me would change, and then I might like wearing it in public. It's all just a journey. Like, just because, also remember this, if you ever feel like you don't want a crystal around you, don't go through your whole life telling yourself that you don't like that crystal. Come back to it later, because maybe something in you has changed and now you'll like it. Maybe there is something you need to work through with that crystal, and it might be uncomfortable for a while, but keep revisiting things, because as you're changing and evolving, your relationship with crystals and how they affect you could change and evolve too. Since my heart chakra is already open, let's use Rhodonite. If you guys watch my videos, you've seen this thing a lot lately. It's one of my new favorite crystals and I can't stop with it. And I think it'll be so cool to do with the Moldavite. So let's try Rhodonite and the Moldavite. So happy. I'm so happy right now. I just got really cold again. I'm having like a lot of physical reactions to this one. Like, my physical body is cold. It's feeling very tingly. With the other ones, I was led to shut my eyes a lot. Even if I edit that out, I sit here and I shut my eyes a lot. I don't necessarily want to shut my eyes with this one. It's just making me super happy and almost curious about life. Like, I'm like looking around the room. I'm not really looking for anything, but it's like this awareness of like a curiosity about life, a zest for life. I feel like this combination would be really good for someone who's depressed. I feel like it would make you feel so much better, and it would make you feel like you had things to figure out, and that would be motivational. It's quite nice, it's quite happy, but at the same time, it's also very intense. It feels like a very deep, transformative energy could hit you with this, but I don't think it would feel overwhelming because of how happy it is also. Overall, a really lovely combination. I definitely still feel this in my heart chakra. All right, we are going to go on to hematite. Now, hematite is usually a very grounding stone, so let's see what happens. I just got a vision of a roller coaster, like climbing up the hill of a roller coaster. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm not thrilled about that because I don't like what comes on the other side of that. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I feel very, like I'm waiting for something to happen. So I had that roller coaster feeling, and then I started hearing these really high pitches in my ears, which I hear all the time. And I was going to tell you, but something told me to just wait and keep listening. Like I really thought something else was going to happen. It's like all these like false starts, like, but what are we waiting for? Like, what's gonna happen after that? How long do I have to sit here? Going back in. I feel like that just blocked my throat chakra a little bit. I've got to tell you, I'm not loving this combination. And now I'm literally getting a vision of me sitting on the curb of a street waiting for someone. Like I can even see the outfit that I'm in. I can see my shoes, sitting on the curb waiting for somebody. What does this mean? Something about it's good for building things. I'm so unsatisfied with this. Like, this isn't a conclusion, but now it's starting to give me a headache also. So I'm going to move on. I totally picked this up just because I felt like I needed cleansed for a minute. But now that I'm thinking about it, have I ever done MOLDAVITE and selenite, or Satin Spar is what this technically is? Yo. This might be cool. We're gonna try it. This large piece, sure, why not? This might be totally just because of what I'm holding, but I feel like I'm in a giant ball of white light. It's like this, I just feel very neutral. I almost feel like I'm just in this neutral space. But like physically, it keeps making my back uncomfortable. Yeah, still, nothing's happening. I've been sitting here for a while. I just feel like I'm in a very neutral space. Like I said, it could be the size and shape of this that's affecting everything. But I definitely feel like I've gotten rid of all of the energy I was carrying from the last combination, so that's good. Let's try Black Moonstone. I have this piece of Black Moonstone that I love. It has like a tree pattern in it. Black Moonstone is so nice. All right, let's try the Black Moonstone and the MOLDAVITE. I feel like I'm in space. This is a combination that I would love to carry around every day. Because at first I felt like I was in space, but now I just feel like I'm an observer here. Like, I'm just happy to be sitting here. I'm not feeling any really like physical changes or movements in my body. I'm not really feeling any specific emotions. I almost feel, you know how birds just kind of walk around and they just look around like this? I'm always wondering what they're thinking. That's how I feel right now. I just feel like I'm looking at things. Black Moonstone is so good for your intuition anyway. I feel like maybe it's, it just makes you pay. I feel like maybe this combination would just make you pay attention to things more. And I feel like on a day when you would carry this, you would figure out a few things about life. Like you would notice things you've never noticed before that actually mean something and change something to you, if that makes sense. But it is also just like a happy feeling. It's a nice, happy combination. It's not too overpowering. I do almost feel like the Black Moonstone brings down the energy of the Moldavite a little bit. Even though I said I felt like I was in space, it wasn't a very like heightened, accelerated feeling. It didn't happen really quickly. I just felt the like floatiness for a second. And I feel like this is a very like tame combination. So great for beginners. A crystal that somebody actually asked me to do this with was Indigo Gabbro, or Mystic Merlinite. And I had to look for him for a few minutes. I had him in a necklace, like in a cage, and I used to wear him so much, and I haven't thought about him in months, and I feel so bad, but I'm so happy that I found him and brought him out. Mystic Merlinite has a lot of flashes on it, a lot like Rainbow Moonstone and Labradorite. Super pretty stone. And we're gonna try the Indigo Gabbro and the Moldavite. I feel a lot of activity going on in my head, and in my whole body. I feel my blood pulsing. Like I don't necessarily feel anything like heart palpitations, but my blood is like pulsating like that. Like in my arms I can feel it even. I do feel like I look extra vascular right now. Okay, now I'm feeling it in my heart a little bit, but almost like a tightness. Sometimes I feel like the first physical symptoms that come with these are just something that happens, and after you get underneath all of that physical feeling is when you get to the cool, like more emotional healing stuff. But it's always so weird how they physically affect me first. Some of them. Like I physically feel it. Honestly, the words are moving so fast in my head, I can't even tell you what I'm thinking or feeling. I'm gonna put these down for a second. If you've ever had like a download or a spirit talking to you or something, sometimes all of that comes at once and it's so fast, you then have to like repeat it to yourself in slower human terms. And like you heard it all in 1 second, but you couldn't process it all in 1 second. That's what I feel like when I'm holding these. It's making so much happen in my brain that I can't slow down enough to express to you what is happening, which that makes this to me the most exciting combination that we've done yet so far today, because that's the kind of stuff that I like the mystical. I feel like it's gonna teach me something that I've never heard of before. The coolness, the like, where else in the world is this information stored? I feel like nowhere. It's so, I'm getting a little bit excited. Can you tell? Let me pick it up again. Super high pitches. So much brain activity. Super uncomfortable physically, but I think it's just because there's so much going on right now. Everything in my body, it like my throat is tensing up, my legs are freezing cold. I feel like I just want to go like inward and almost like protect myself, but it's not this, it's not as much. It's so hard to talk while I'm holding these. I have to put them down again. As much weird stuff was that, as much weird stuff. I literally can't talk. All right, I'm gonna pick up a piece of smoky quartz for a minute. as much as was happening to me and as uncomfortable as it was, I still liked it. It wasn't something that I felt afraid of or like I needed to put down. The only reason I need to keep putting it down is so that I can talk to you. I literally cannot talk and tell you what I'm feeling when I'm holding those two. I got like this lockjaw feeling in one point that made me stop. And then this other point, I felt like my tongue was too big for my mouth and I couldn't form words. Very strange, but I haven't had enough. Put this down and try it again. It just keeps making me want to go like this. Like I just want to crawl in a hole with these two. I want to take these crystals and go into a cave. I don't have any caves around here, so I guess it's a good thing that I just bought a van. And now all that weirdness is past, and I'm still holding them and I'm talking to you. So, but I feel like it wanted to tell me, I feel like this combination is almost its own consciousness. I'm getting lockjaw again. Try this for yourself, because I'm not supposed to tell you anything else about it, but it's fantastic. Mystic Rhodonite, Indigo Gabbro. All right, I have some ruby fuchsite over here. Can you see it? We're gonna try the ruby fuchsite and the moldavite. I feel like this would be a great combination to sleep with. I don't know why, but it feels dreamy, like in a good way, dreamy. My first impression is that the combination is soft and subtle. I find it to be emotionally uplifting. I feel like it would be good to sleep with, and I feel like it's fun to play around with, but I don't feel like I would necessarily want these together all the time. The reason for that being that they feel like the energy feels confused. Like they still feel like two separate energies. Whereas usually when I put them together in my hand, I'm telling you what I feel from the combination. These right now, I feel they're separate energies and they're like confused. But I feel like that confusion is only because my consciousness is getting in the way. And if you went to bed with them and dreamt with them, it would be a completely different experience. I'm going to sleep with these. Yup. So, ruby fuchsite and moldavite. I'm going to try to sleep with that later. Got one more crystal, guys. One last crystal. It is Septerian. Septerian is made up of limestone and aragonite and calcite. And it is a stone that I really enjoy on its own, so I want to try it with moldavite. I'm just seeing like flashes of nature images. I'm beside a river, I'm in a flower garden, I'm in a park. It is honestly trying to show me something. I feel like it's trying to show me where something is buried. It's under this tree in a park by this pond with these swans. I'm very confused about what's going on right now, but I'm just taken to this specific place under this tree with there's something buried in the mud on the, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Let's say that this is symbolism. You have something valuable inside of yourself that you've forgotten about. And you can find it by being in nature. The human mind is so strange and I can't figure it out. I mean, the human mind, my mind, whatever. I literally just felt something touch me right here. Like physically, I felt something touch me. Oh my gosh, you guys. Listen, here's the thing. I say this all the time, and it's so important to keep saying it because I'm not only reminding you, I'm reminding me. It is so important to be completely yourself so that other people feel safe to be completely themselves, because we are all different. We all have things about us that other people aren't going to understand because they have their own things. We're all different. We're all supposed to be different. Your essence is yours, and you shouldn't have to hold any of that in. Having said that, I just had a conversation with my dead cousin, and I am a medium, but this combination I feel like is great for accelerating that kind of communication. And I just realized that she died near a body of water. So I would say that this combination is absolutely great for mediums and psychics, to kind of turn it up, or like to tune the radio almost. And I'm not sure if it is also a combination that would help you get to that place if you're trying to open your third eye or develop your psychic gifts and things like that. It's definitely a really cool combination. One of the more happily interesting ones to me. That is it for this combinations video, you guys. I do have another one that I'm already thinking about, so hopefully it won't be such a long stretch before the next one. But if you have any other ideas for these also, as always, please let me know down below. I'm always looking for new ideas and inspirations. Thank you so much for being with me today. I am so appreciative of each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have such a great day. I will see you all next time.